All right, y'all, before we get into making the vision board, I just want to show you some steps that I took to planning it out. So I wanted our vision board, and we wanted our vision board to look aesthetically pleasing, something that you want to look at and reference throughout the year. So I used Google Docs to put all of my photos in one place, and I just got some images off of the internet to just symbolize some things that we wanted, and I'll go into more details in the video when we're actually putting it together. I also used Canva to find some images that I wanted to include on our vision board, and you'll see later that the pictures that we have of our family and our friends, I actually went to Walmart and had those printed off with their same day 1 hour printing. So you want to make sure that it's aesthetically pleasing, that it looks good, something that you can reference and something that you can see so that your vision is clear. Hey beauties, it's Nikea here.
Hey, you know, I'm not ready.
You're standing up. Hey beauties, it's Nikea here, and I have my husband on the channel here with me again. It is New Year's Eve, and we are going to put together our vision board. So I'll have some clips in the front, and you probably already heard this, me voicing over how we like put the board together, and I'll discuss here like how we came up with the concepts and stuff like that. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, just take one quick second, go down below and click that subscribe button. Once you do that, that bell notification button is gonna pop up. Click that so that you never miss an upload. Join the club. All right, y'all, let's get into this. I got the idea to do a vision board together from Erin on Demand, and I'll link her video in the description box. But in her video, she talked about being very intentional, very specific about what you put on your vision board, and not just sitting there cutting pictures and words out of magazines, like just being very intentional and having a vision board just for, you know, the upcoming year. So EJ and I, we've done separate vision boards before, like we each had our own. Some of our goals were common, but we just had our own vision boards. But we got married about 2.5 months ago. So we got married more than 2 months ago.
Almost 3 months ago.
In October. So you know they say leave and cleave. So we are merging things together. All right, so we have this movie poster frame.
I can't even do my thing, you know how it's normally.
Oh my god. It's 18 by 24, it's a poster frame. So we wanted it to actually look nice because we actually want to reference this board. And before we started putting it together, we had a discussion about things that that we wanted to do in 2020 specifically. So these goals are very specific to 2020. I did use my Cricut to create this. Here, you can do it with that. So I just used some cardstock, and our word for 2020 is manifest. So that's going to be our focus for 2020, and I just put the year up there so that we know that these are for 2020, and then once we get to 2021, we'll reevaluate some of those things. Oh yeah, and then also I'm a words person, so I did print out some words. I made these on Canva just to get some different fonts and stuff. So we actually already like mapped it out, pre-planned it. I'll insert the rough draft picture. And we're gonna hang it horizontally, not vertically. All right, so this is the little insert that was inside. So we're recycling and just using the other side of it.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want to give Harper a planet. I want to leave her a planet. And all y'all babies too.
So we're gonna put our word for the year at the top and then put the year underneath it. I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing this down, just using a regular glue stick. I think it's important to choose a word to focus on, or a phrase to focus on in the new year. And then we chose manifest because also it's like what you speak and like what you put out there, it has some weight to it. Because you know we're Christians, so in the Bible it says the power of life and death lies in your tongue. So what you put out there, you know, your words have power. And we're focusing like on our language, what we say, what we do. So we have pictures of actual people, and they're from our wedding, but we had all of our important people in our lives there. So this first picture is of our blended family. So we have me, EJ, Harper, our daughter Reagan, her mother Keisha, and her fiance Jerry. So we thought it was important to include that because we want to cultivate that relationship and become a healthy, blended family. And we got these printed one day from Walmart. It was 1 hour photos. This is the Fantastic Four, David and Jasmine. And then we have a picture of us because we want to continue to cultivate our relationship. And this is from when we were doing our first dance at our wedding. So, and I told EJ I picked that picture because no matter what we do, I want us to always have fun. So we have our hashtag. This is from our wedding, but it's a lifestyle, baby. Mixed up a masterpiece. Yep. You know I put it up some.
That's and good overlapping.
Then we're gonna put Black Jesus.
Hey, you gotta keep Jesus at the center.
At the center right here.
But only Black Jesus. I like Black Jesus. He's been on my vision board for the past 3-4 years. I always use him.
Ain't nothing. I'm not hating on Black Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Ain't nothing wrong with Black Jesus. He's all right.
The word trust.
Cause my kid don't trust me yet.
I do trust you, but it's just that with the plans that we have for 2020, I just always want to be reminded that we have to trust each other and always continue to trust each other and have each other's best interests at heart. And it's all for the good of the order. And trust not only in our relationships, even with the relationships outside of our marriage, like with our friends, our family, all of that. And then the last word in this center section is commitment. Yep, next to JB the Boss. Commitment to each other. Oops. Commitment to our family. Commitment to our plans, to our goals. Everything we have set in place. All right, the next section we're gonna start working on is our finances, money making, income section. All right. So of course we have some financial goals in 2020. So EJ is all into investing. So we have this, money making with stocks and bonds. That's his wheelhouse. I trust him. That's not my thing, but he knows what he's doing. He hasn't gone wrong with it yet.
So they say.
And so this quote is from EJ's vision board that he had on his personal one from a couple years ago. And it says, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. It's from Henry David Thoreau. So we don't want to be rich. We want to be wealthy.
Yeah, I want to live on the left side of the menu. And what that means is when I go somewhere, I'm not checking the prices on the right side when I go out to eat. I'm just saying, hey, let me get that lobster and steak.
Chicken and wings.
Yeah. Shout out to the Fantastic Four. They know what we're talking about.
Y'all, if you go watch my Aruba vlogs, you'll see where I said I got chicken and wings.
Yeah, we want chicken and wings, and we don't care how much it costs. We just want it.
Okay, so the next thing is a business venture that we have. So if y'all don't know, my husband is a photographer. He's been photographing for about 4 years, almost 5 years doing photography. He's done different stuff. I'll put some stuff on the screen. You know, weddings, family photo shoots, Christmas, business shoots. But he has decided to go into a niche, which is boudoir photography. So we have a business venture called Shay's Boudoir Photography. And I'm the makeup artist. He's the photographer and editor. And follow us on Instagram. And our goal for that is to make $60,000 with photography. So we are writing the vision, making it plain. All right, next for our financial section, we both have the goal of getting 700 credit scores. And then also we want to have financial freedom and debt cancellation.
Credit score is important because you want to be able to get what you want. You know, you might not use credit all the time, but it's good to have some form of credit. Pretty hard to buy a house and get a mortgage.
But a lot of things on this board we've already started working on. But like we said, 2020 is the time for them to fully manifest. Again, that's why we chose that word. Oh yeah, and then we need to put this up here. It just says be your own boss because we don't like working for other people. I've said this before, it's a drag.
I was reading something somewhere, I saw a video and it was talking about how, you know, by a certain time the world is gonna be full of entrepreneurs and nobody's gonna be working for anybody else anymore.
So we're going to save, and we made a plan to save $30,000. We'll tell you why in a second. We want to save money because we plan on buying some property in 2020. We don't plan on it. We are going to buy some property in 2020.
We're gonna buy some property.
That's one thing for sure. Two things for certain. So we actually want to buy a triplex, which is 3 units. So we want to invest in income property. Also, along with putting the income property up there, we've also included how much we want to make for renting each unit and then how much we want to pay for the entire property. So this is very specific, very intentional about our goals. Anybody out there in my YouTube family into real estate investing, you're a realtor, you know anything, you know, drop a comment down below. Then this section over here is our travel section, the section up top. So we want to go on a family vacation with our girls, and then EJ and I are going to go to Thailand. I've been seeing a lot of people traveling there, and I want to ride an elephant. And then we also have some other places that we plan on, that we already put out there that we are going to in 2020. The plans haven't been set in stone yet, so we just want to make sure that we keep our goals and intentions clear. So that's why we're still putting them on our vision board. So I just put a picture of an airplane to signify travel, and I have some of the names of the places. Orleans.
Orleans is our like annual thing.
Yeah.
We've been going there for the past 2 years.
Yeah, this will be year 3. I actually do have a vacation vlog up on my channel. Y'all want to check that out. Quick little weekend trip. And I also have Aruba and Jamaica. So I'm going to Aruba with the social tea. And then there's one word I forgot to put up here. It's teamwork. It makes the dream work. Gotta always remember to work together, not against each other. Jay has a picture of Dr. Eric Dexter Thomas, better known as E.T. Oh, Eric Douglas Thomas. E.T. the hip hop preacher. You know, that's more of his personal thing. He wants to meet him, but I'm gonna make sure it happens. I have a little personal corner of, you know, still relationship related, but I want to have more relationship with my line sisters. And then for my YouTube channel, I currently, as of today, I have 637 subscribers, and my goal this year is to get to 1,000. All right, y'all, that's it for today's video. It's really not too much of a how-to, but just a little bit of inspiration. So you don't have to do your vision board like right before the new year, but the beginning of the new year is a good time to start putting it together, thinking about what you want to include on your vision board, and to have a clear vision of your goals specifically for 2020. Because when I've done vision boards before, they were more of long-term, but I like this. I like the idea of specific, intentional, short-term goals. So that is the McDuffie Masterpiece Vision Board for 2020. I like the way it came out. This is very like EJ-esque with the clean lines, but very much so Nikea inspired with the words, because I'm a word person. But yeah.
I can't wait to get to the end of 2020 and go back and see, like, oh, did that.
Right.
Did that.
And then the good thing about this, you can use like a dry erase marker if you just want to check stuff off.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, that's true.
It'll be cool, like if halfway through 2020 all this is done and then we got to do another one for the second half of the year.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, but it's gonna happen. It's all manifesting. All of this will be done. All right, y'all, these are our old vision boards. This is mine. We're still gonna keep them. And then this was EJ's.
You see Black Jesus still at the center.
Christ be the center of it all. You see some of this is from our new one, and you see some of our goals and intentions have changed. I don't think we took anything from my board. Yeah, I still have my line sisters. You see, that was my word, level up. What was yours? Oh, no excuses. that's it for today's video, beauties. Thank you so much for watching. But before you go, make sure you go down below and click that subscribe button. And right next to that, click that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post. Like I always say, it's free, it's easy, and it's fun. Again, thank you so much for watching, beauties, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.